We're rolling.
Action.
Okay, here we go. Hey y'all, welcome to Kimberly's Game Plan and
The Kentucky Taste Buds.
So we're here today to show some healthy appetizers and things that we can eat for Super Bowl Sunday.
That's right.
And so we decided to team up together.
Oh, that wasn't even planned.
We decided to team up, and because they're into all things Kentucky and food, and I'm a local gal. I grew up with Tamara, and y'all know Tamara and Lee's story. So anyway, we're going to jump in.
Yep.
I'm going to show you how to take spaghetti squash. Seriously, have you seen a spaghetti squash before?
No, I've seen a squash, but not a spaghetti squash.
Okay, well they're hard as heck, and
What
now
makes it spaghetti?
well, because it's when you cut it open, it's like strings.
Okay.
So you just
Okay.
fork it out like
Okay.
you cook
But a
it.
normal
But I'm going to
squash
show
is not
you.
like that.
No, a normal squash wouldn't be. A normal squash would look like that, but just
Okay.
like yellow or green.
So it's pretty obvious I know nothing about cooking.
Lee's know how to cook.
Terrible.
So.
That's all
terrible.
right.
Yeah.
You're cute, so
Okay.
it'll be all right. So you're going to look for something like this, but this time of year they're not in season, so they're really hard to find, and so sometimes they're tiny like this, and I would need 2 of these to make this spaghetti squash grilled cheese.
Okay.
So they are awful. Like you can you can lose digits if you're
Oh.
not careful because
Okay.
they're really hard. But if you will take, well, I don't have it. I usually have a little fork there. If you'll take one of those big old forks and like puncture the skin, okay, put it in your microwave for 5 minutes, just like this. Puncture it so you got
Okay.
holes in it, or you can do it with
Like
a
a
knife if
potato.
you don't.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Put it in that, but a fork won't go through it. Like you need a big piercing, whatever that thing's
Yes.
called.
Okay.
Or do it with a knife. So put it in the microwave for 5 minutes. Take it out of the microwave, and then where you've cut it some, you can slice it open.
Okay.
But I would use a bigger, like you mean business knife to slice it open.
Yeah.
Okay, slice it open, and then you're gonna run your knife around the inside of it
Okay.
and then take a fork and literally just take the seeds out. And then it's really, you can roast it in the oven, and I like to put just some salt and pepper and garlic powder and a little bit of olive oil, and I just spritz the olive oil so it's not too much. You can put it face down, cut down on a cookie sheet and put it in the oven
Okay.
on 350, or you can just pop it back in the microwave for about 7 minutes and it'll completely roast it.
Okay.
Take it back out, fork it out, and then this is what it looks like. See
Okay.
how
Yeah.
the
Looks
you've
like
got the
shredded pineapple.
strands.
Stringy.
You've got strands. So
Yeah.
then you have to wring the liquid out. This is the to get it to do this.
Okay.
So I like to put it in a big metal colander, and I'll mash some of the liquid out with my hand, and then I literally put it in a towel, and I'll finish just wringing it out.
Yeah.
To make one of these, I got 2 cups of liquid out.
Oh my.
Wow.
That's how much liquid's in there,
Okay.
and you want to get most of the liquid
And
out.
that's after you cook it.
That's after you cook
Okay.
it. So you're going to scoop out 3 cups of your spaghetti squash. So it would take 2 of these to do that. If it's a big spaghetti squash, one, normally they're about this
Yeah.
big.
Yeah. And it,
Yeah.
usually bulbous at the
Right.
end. Yeah. Okay.
Bulbous. That's our vocabulary
Oh,
word
yeah,
for the
Okay.
day.
I know
So-
what you mean now.
Yeah.
'Cause that's okay.
You
So
seen them.
we're
Yeah.
going to, after you wring it all out, you just put it in a bowl. You're going to add 2 eggs, 1/3 of a cup of Parmesan cheese. I added Italian seasoning to this, and 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt. You mix it all up. I squish it with my hands.
Yeah.
And it's okay.
The hands are the best
You
tools.
can either put it in a skillet and brown it on each side, or I just put it in the baking pan for my air fryer and put it in there. I bake it on one side. After it's browned on that side, I'm gonna flip it over, cook it on the other side. But when I have that liquid, see, I can pick it up, so I can handle it just like
Like a pizza
like
dough.
this, right?
Yeah.
So now that I've done that, I'm just gonna take cheese, and I'm gonna just spread cheese on one side.
And this is more cheese because you said there's Parmesan in
There's
there.
Parmesan in it, but that's all that's
the
in
more
there.
cheese, the better.
So,
Absolutely.
but it's still healthy for
Yeah.
you. Like people that are trying to lose weight, this is a complete meal for them.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm gonna put this back in the air fryer, let it just melt the cheese, and then we'll slice
So
it
you're
up and
saying
go
air
and try
fryer,
it
but
out.
for those of us that don't
can
have
just
an
throw
air
it in the oven.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can either put it in on a cookie sheet and do it in the oven, or you can put it in your skillet.
Okay.
And do it
And this
in your
doesn't
skillet.
stick. You don't
Well, I
have any-
sprayed it.
You sprayed
I
it.
sprayed it
Okay.
with Pam.
Gotcha.
And that's what I would do in the skillet. Some people have tried to do it in a waffle iron,
Yeah.
but it's tricky in a waffle iron.
Yeah, I could
you
see
might could do a panini press,
Okay.
Right.
but I would do. I've had better luck either in the skillet or putting it on a cookie sheet.
It looks amazing.
And this is
Yeah.
a grilled cheese.
It's a grilled cheese sandwich, so it's a
Minus
great
the bread.
comfort food. When we're feeling icky,
Yeah.
we will, if we've had like tummy issues or you just have a cold and you don't feel good, we'll fix this. You could pair it with soup or a salad, or we'll just have this.
Yeah.
We sometimes make it and fix it like appetizers, and so we will cut it in either in little squares or in strips
Yes.
and snack on it. But it's a good healthy snack.
Okay.
It just takes a little bit of work to get your spaghetti squash
Now,
done.
can you buy spaghetti squash? Like, you have to get it from the squash.
You got to get that Big Mac. Daddy.
Okay, all right, because I know cauliflower,
Right.
we're gonna talk about it
Yes.
later, cauliflower you can have in a crust.
Yes.
And buy it already formed,
Yes.
so, and I'm all about
Yeah.
simplicity.
Well, I am too, but
Yeah.
this one you just
But
have
this
to
is
work
gonna be
a little.
worth the work.
It is very good.
Yeah.
I think it's really worth the work. So,
Okay.
y'all take over and let's do this.
Yes,
All
all
right.
right.
You're up next.
So while she is putting that in the air fryer, I will show you a very quick and healthy appetizer using shrimp from right here in Kentucky. These are raised by a friend of ours, Jason Whitus. We had him on our show. You need to go back and listen to that podcast episode with Jason Whitus. He has Rolling Blue Farm here in Kentucky, and he grows these. So this was probably swimming just a couple of days ago.
Oh, thank you for telling me.
Sorry about
before I
that.
got to eat it.
Well, at least I cut the heads off and deveined
yeah,
it.
she had to do all that work.
I did all of
do
that. Yay for me.
But you could also buy these frozen in the.
Absolutely, yeah.
Which
Go to
is
the
what I
grocery
would have to
store.
do.
But we
Yeah.
like to keep things Kentucky proud, so this is what
There
we're
you go.
doing. So what I did is just put a little Old Bay seasoning on these and sauteed them, I guess is the word, in a
Yep.
skillet with olive oil. That's all it takes. They cook really fast. If you cook shrimp too long, it gets really rubbery. That's not good. So maybe 2 minutes on each side, done. And Old Bay seasoning to give it that Cajun Creole taste, which I love, which is also great for Super Bowl, I think. And cut up some cucumbers. That's going to be our base. And then we're going to put this little concoction, which is avocado. It looks like guacamole. It pretty much is. I mean, I guess it is. But you're not a big fan of guacamole.
I like it okay. Yeah.
All right.
I love it a lot.
I love beer
I
cheese
love it a
more,
lot.
but
Yeah.
I'm going with this.
So all you do, I mean, how simple is this? You put this on here. And my hands are clean. I washed them. But there you go. I mean, look at that. It's
It's really
beautiful.
cute.
It's festive, and it has a little bit of heat from the Creole seasoning. Delicious.
Now you forgot the best part of this whole recipe.
What?
You must discuss.
Oh,
I
yes.
discovered something today.
Kimberly introduced us to this little gadget. This is an avocado slicer. I've never seen one before and had never used one before. So basically you take this over and cut it around the avocado, twist it apart. It has the pit in it. That's what you use this little gadget for.
And you just put that down on top of the pit and turn it, and the blades will bring, you can just lift the pit out.
Yeah.
And then you can flip it around and you can just scoop each half out and it'll slice it for you.
Done.
Yeah, done.
So fast.
Because that's really why I don't like to cook, is all the work. But this really
if you don't want it
simplifies
sliced
avocado.
and you want the whole half of the fruit out and just take it out of the skin, then you can use this side and just scrape around it and I'll just
Isn't
scoop
it a
it right
fruit?
out.
Is avocado a fruit?
I believe it's a fruit.
I'm
Cow
pretty sure
can
too.
tell us, but I'm pretty sure it's a fruit.
Somebody Google that. Where's our production assistant? Okay.
Cow pow. Is avocado a fruit? We
Google
think
it.
it is. Okay,
Okay, so
while the-
that's it.
See how quick and easy that, and well, the easy thing about that is it is a fruit. That's what I thought.
Okay,
Kiss your
good.
brain. It's a fruit. You just learned something new. You can cut your cucumbers ahead of time. It only took you 2 minutes to do that, to cook your shrimp. Somebody can be doing your avocado. That's easy to put together.
Yeah.
But you can do it ahead of time so that you can be with
Right.
your guest and
Right.
you're not
Right.
stuck in the kitchen.
Yes.
This is another something you could do ahead of time. So these are just little hamburger bites.
So we're on number 3 now. Our
On number
third
3.
healthy appetizer.
And with the hamburger bites, we're going to keep it really simple in that we're going to take just one of the, you mix together the ingredients, and we're going to have all the recipes posted. Okay, so this is something quick and easy that you'll be able to do. So we'll get all the recipes posted for you, but you make your hamburger, you just pat them out or roll them really, and just little 1-inch balls. You put them, we put them on this pan, put them in the oven for 10 minutes. you're gonna put your cheese over that. You could stick that back in the oven and let that cheese melt. And then you can do whatever you want with them.
Yeah.
So you can add a pickle, you could put lettuce and tomato and a pickle, and then hold it all together.
You could put a
with
shrimp on
You
top
could
of
put
it.
a shrimp if
could.
you wanted to.
Yes.
I'm getting better.
Bacon?
I'm getting better already.
Oh, is that not healthy?
Well, we would do turkey bacon
Turkey
instead
bacon.
of pork bacon, maybe.
Yeah.
So those
All
are
right.
quick and easy to do. So we're gonna let you see.
I'm not a
what-
big pickle fan. Lee
I
loves
love
the
a good
pickles.
Yeah, I love a
So
good
that'd be
pickle
hers.
too. But
Yeah.
see, if you added we have a little cherry
Cherry tomato.
tomatoes that you can add on top, and if you want to go all out, or you could have it on a bed of lettuce, and that
Oh,
would be
that's
delicious.
cute.
That would
That'd
be,
be
yeah,
cute.
that
Yeah.
would look really
Yeah.
cute. So,
I love this
Okay.
video.
I do too. And that's easy. I mean, and how can you have Super Bowl party without having sliders? So basically,
Right.
that's a slider without the
Minus the carbs. Right.
Yeah, yeah. Because bread. I'm learning about carbs. Didn't really know much about carbs.
What are you learning, Tamara? Tell
I
us.
always thought that breads were carbs, but there's other things that are carbs that aren't necessarily bread. That I
Yes.
didn't know.
Like potatoes.
Yeah. Pretty much anything I like is a
Even
carb.
I knew that.
I didn't know it.
It's
I'm
not
learning.
a fruit, Tamara.
Yeah, no, it's not a fruit. Did you know an avocado is a fruit?
I thought that.
Did you?
Oh,
we melt.
Oh, we
Don't
melted
tell
our
anybody.
little-
We melted the tablecloth.
Yeah, don't put hot things on plastic, kids. That should do it.
Kimberly.
On
do it.
fine coverings.
Beware. Plastic. I got all this stuff at Party City today, and that's a fun place to go to get decorations for whatever you're doing.
like your little.
I got these little
Headgear.
Our oingers.
Head
I don't know what
baubles.
they are.
Head
What are they?
baubles.
Head baubles. Of course.
Oh,
they
now
are.
this is looking fantastic.
This looks
Okay.
amazing.
Okay.
Now, do you
So-
serve this with any type of sauce, or it's good to go?
It's good to go. This is not quite as yellow because to get some of the liquid out, I popped it back in, and this was a just a trial. I'd never done it before, an experiment today, but I popped it back in the air fryer, and I put it on the you have a vented sheet that goes in, and I put it on that on a piece of just Reynolds wrap, but for it to pull some of that liquid out so I didn't have to wring it so
Right.
much. So because of that, it caramelized it a little bit. So that's why.
I think it looks
Awesome.
beautiful.
That's
Otherwise,
gonna
it
add
can be
flavor.
a really
Yeah.
pretty yellow.
Yeah.
And then if you add your seasonings in, you'll have the bright greens. And if you really like to cook, you like those vibrant colors.
I do
I think it looks beautiful.
And it
So-
can be like the team colors. It's Kansas City. Who's in the Super Bowl?
Yeah, the
Kansas
Chiefs
City
and the Packers.
No, Packers lost.
Packers
She got
lost.
killed.
Oh, that's. I don't know. I don't even care.
Production assistant.
Eagles?
Production assistant.
Eagles.
No, Eagles didn't even make
Ravens?
the quarter. No, I
Who is it, Dana? You know.
No.
Titans.
San
No, the
Francisco.
Titans
San
lost.
Francisco.
49ers?
49ers.
So they're yellow and gold,
Oh,
right?
yeah, it's two
Yeah.
reds. I think that was bad planning. We're rolling.
Action.
Okay, here we go. So now we're gonna do. I'm gonna show you how to do nachos.
Nachos.
Without it coming out of
Very
a
excited about nachos.
bag, a chip bag.
Alright.
Okay.
I'm already lost. I'm already lost.
What?
It's all about the cauliflower, which
Oh, okay.
I hated cauliflower growing up. I'm just gonna say it smelled bad. It makes the kitchens. I still don't like raw cauliflower. I like to cook it, so I do a cheat.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
We're all
so
about the cheap.
I love rice cauliflower, and I get it out in the freezer section already done because it will make your kitchen stinky. If you use fresh cauliflower, which I am going to post in the recipes how to make this crust in case you don't order one.
Okay.
And you want to make it yourself, but it's a pain order.
Yeah.
So
We're all about
I
simple.
order from Cauliflower Foods because it's out of California.
Okay.
But
So
it
you can't get this
comes-
in the grocery?
A few have them.
Okay.
Sometimes Whole Foods will have it,
Okay.
and on occasion Walmart has had it. But you have to be super careful. Like, you got to be doing some investigation when you buy cauliflower crust because they are not all the same.
Really?
This is
Oh,
just your
okay.
vegetable, eggs, and cheese. That's it.
Okay.
Cauliflower.
So you wanna
eggs,
go
and
Preservatives,
simple.
No.
Yes,
Okay.
because some
Be pure.
people they want it to be gluten free, and so this
Oh, that's
is.
true.
Um,
Okay.
And if you add the flour in, sometimes by the way they make it, you just as well eat a regular crust.
Oh,
Gotcha.
okay.
Like
You're
the
not
bread
saying
and
So
the
they say
dough.
it's healthy,
No.
but it's not.
Yeah, it
Okay.
just might make your head feel a little bit better, but it
Yeah.
really
Oh,
didn't.
okay.
Okay.
You're behind will tell you different.
Oh, okay.
Maybe. I mean, mine talks to me sometimes. So.
TMI. TMI.
You know, when it grows, it's like, whoa. So anyway, we're gonna take, so it comes and it's just shrink wrapped.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's all ready to go.
and 2 come in a box. Well, I get a whole little box, and it's just ready to go in the freezer.
Yeah.
Okay.
How expensive
so,
are they?
They're about a box like, well, I get them in, so I always get a deal. So this is probably going to be about $2.50 for
Well, that's
one.
very reasonable.
Yeah. So by the time you
Yeah.
put so this box would be around $5 or $6,
Yeah.
depending on how you bundle them.
Right.
Gotcha.
It's all
The
about
more you,
bundling.
yeah, the more you
And
buy.
I do it on automatic shipment, so they come every month. So that
That's a
saves
good
a little bit
idea.
more.
Oh.
So, and I'll share that link so y'all can
Okay.
just know. I just click it. I don't have to look for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So smart.
So, I take that, and then you can lay this down, and you can put it on a. But I never take the time to do that. But I'm going to show you how you could do it. This one's thawed enough that I can do it. That I can just run it in strips like that. If you don't have a pizza cutter, you can use kitchen scissors and you can actually cut it. And if it's frozen a little bit harder, you want to do that. So I just cut this in strips, okay? And then I'm going to cut it again so that I have chips. And we use this, but I just sprayed it again. I'm going to use it again.
Is this going in your air fryer
I'm gonna put
again?
this, but it could go, because on here, I typically I'm gonna do it in the air fryer because it'll be a little bit quicker.
Sure.
But I typically do my cauliflower crust in the oven. It cooks it not so fast. But when I have them cut in little pieces like this, I'm gonna get them out of the air fryer quick enough that it won't cook it too hard around the edges.
Okay.
Gotcha.
That's what you have to really watch with the air fryer on your cauliflower crust, is it'll cook it too hard around the edges, and the center won't be cooked as much.
Yeah, that's not good.
Which we're going to
It's
talk
like something
about
we would
that
cook.
next. So
Andy.
we'll put these. You just lay them like that so that they're not touching. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, Yeah. Help a sister out. And we'll throw those in. And after they cook, we'll be finished doing some other things, and I'll show you what we can do with those.
Okay. And that's
But
it.
I love these. That's it.
Now I've done this for tortillas, but tortillas not healthy.
No, honey. No.
Really?
What about the spinach
What's bad about
ones?
a tortilla?
Well, it depends, because there's usually flour, number one.
yeah.
And a lot of people, flour's just going to blow your belly up.
Oh, I don't want that.
Yeah, and so.
That explains a lot.
And some people truly are trying to get rid of like inflammation just all over their body. Callie?
If you don't have an air fryer, what setting can you use to make them crispy?
Okay.
Good question. Good
Thank
question.
you, Cal.
Question from the audience.
So you want to cook it, so the package says to cook it on 400. I think that's a little too hard or too high.
Yeah.
Because it makes it too hard. So I do it on 350.
Okay.
And that's what I do in the air fryer also. Okay. I'm just kind of a basic stick on 350 for just about everything.
Yeah.
So so we'll put those in. We'll let those
I'd like
cook.
to try those.
And we're going to look at a crust that's already done.
Can I take a bite of this? This is already
Oh
cooked,
yeah,
right?
please do.
Yeah, give me a
Here.
piece too.
We're gonna try this.
Oh, I wonder what she's gonna
That
put.
is so good.
For real, you like
I
it?
love it.
Oh, good. It really is. So when you've cooked it like that,
Oh,
see how,
I really
look,
like it.
even that whole thing, I can pick that
That's
up
so
just
good.
like a sandwich.
That is delicious.
I will heat that up. They make great leftovers.
Oh.
And you can just throw it in the microwave, or you can put it in the oven to crisp it a little bit if you
Sure.
want to. But I heated this up and I put it in a thermos, and I sent it for Abby's lunch the other day.
Abby.
And so she came out
Abby
with
said it's good.
a lot of protein, and I'll have that on the recipe, the exact amount of
Love
protein
Okay,
and
good.
the number of carbs, your total calories. You're
Great.
looking at that entire sandwich. If you ate that whole thing, that could be your meal, and you would
Well,
not.
that's
could
what
totally
I
eat
like
that
about
whole
it,
thing.
because a lot of healthy things are not filling to me. Like
Right.
I could eat this whole plate and still be hungry.
Right.
But this, it has substance to it.
Yes.
And it makes
And
you
it's
feel like it's a
comfort-
real,
it's
it makes you feel
comfortable.
like bread,
Yeah,
even
like
though
if
it's
you,
not.
a lot of
Right.
us unfortunately are stress eaters, and this is a good thing if we have had a
stress
rough
eater.
day.
Yeah.
Like that's comforting.
Yeah.
Right.
Or if you just feel
And
bad,
I have
or
to take
it's
this
cold.
home for this reason.
Yeah.
So there you go. So that's why it is worth the trouble. Most of my things I can
That
fix
wasn't
really in
very
20
laborious
minutes.
though.
No, well you didn't watch me like
Yeah.
squeeze the.
Oh.
liquid
That's what my
out.
daughter's for.
That's
So,
right. That's right. Get
it's
your
kinda-
kids
you just-
involved.
Really, I finally have figured that out. We've been through all kinds of things trying to figure out how to do that spaghetti squash because you do have to get the liquid out,
Yeah.
and the consistency isn't this good if you
That's
don't
good.
get all of that liquid out.
Right.
But this really is a keeper.
And there's something else that you cook that you have to get all the liquid out. What is that? Do you know what I'm talking about? I don't know.
There's a few
There's
things
something
that you
else.
cook.
Yeah, there's something else that requires that same thing. I've
So
seen
you
it on
want
the
to
Cooking
drain
Network.
things like before you mash
No,
your
it's like
potatoes?
it's something that, I don't know. Anyway, moving along. This is
Maybe,
delicious.
yeah.
I would eat that
It's so
all day
good.
long.
So good.
All day long.
Okay, so this lets you see what happens when it cooks too hard around the edges, but this is a buffalo chicken pizza. Okay,
Ooh.
so you cook the crust ahead of time, and you should always use, I've done it on just a regular cookie sheet. Spend the money to get a ventilated little round sheet.
Oh, okay.
Because the holes will let it cook more
Yes,
evenly.
yeah.
Otherwise, it stays moist on the underneath, and it's
Right.
hard to work with.
Okay.
And when you have pizza, you want to be able to pick
You
that
want
up.
it good and crisp.
Okay?
Right.
You want a
Because
good crisp bottom.
I could cut that. You do.
Or you could just
Well,
eat
if you have, don't eat
You can
flour
fold
then if you want a good crisp bottom because it'll be a little fluffy. So let's cut this.
Okay.
And it is going to be a little bit more done on the edges. This is just, so I cooked chicken. I baked a pan of chicken, and I love to do that, to have chicken just
That's so
prepped and
smart.
ready. I take a package of chicken, trim all the ick off,
Yeah.
bake it, and then I have it ready to just throw it because this
For whatever
only took,
dish.
this again is a full meal.
Yeah.
And 2.5 ounces, and I weigh a lot of my meats.
Oh, do
a lot
you?
of my recipes
Okay.
have them in weights because I'm working with people who are trying to be precise because they're trying
Right.
to
Yeah.
lose weight. So
Right. How much do you charge?
yeah, I'm going to. So I'm going to show you too. What you could just cut it like we did our chips,
Sure.
and you could have it like.
It's
you
like
cut
a
them in
served
squares.
pizza,
Sir,
served
that's what
pizza.
I was trying to think. Who does
love
it in the
served
squares
pizza.
like
Served pizza
that?
cut.
So you can do it like that, or you can do it in your little triangles, like whoever else would. And I didn't quite get it, so let me get my. And this,
Now, is
I don't like
marinara
to cut
sauce
this.
bad if you put it on here? Is
No,
it
I
bad
do.
for you?
No, I put
Okay.
marinara, but there is a certain marinara. It's called Rao's, Raos. It doesn't have added sugar
that's
in the
I've
salt.
seen that in the grocery store.
It is delicious.
So it's a
and
good one.
I used to make my marinara from scratch. Well, I didn't until I had a mother-in-law, and my mother-in-law made it from scratch.
Uh-huh.
My mother used ragu.
Yeah.
Well, my mother-in-law's like blew the ragu out of the water, so I was
Uh-huh.
like, well, she's not gonna one-up me.
Yeah.
Hungry fan. Hearts. But this Rao's is really, really good.
Yes.
And so it's a good
one.
substitute.
Healthy one.
Yes.
Not full of
But
sugar.
this, so try that.
Okay.
This is, I took my chicken, and it has some cream cheese, ranch, hot sauce, and you mix that all together and just spread that on your cauliflower crust. After you've cooked your cauliflower crust, sprinkle your cheese on it, pop it back in the oven, and you're just going to put it on a low broil to brown your cheese.
You would never know this is not healthy.
No.
Or that it's healthy.
It tastes just like
It's
a
yummy,
cheese
isn't it?
pizza. Yeah.
So you can really, a lot of people like buffalo chicken dip. You can
Yes.
so health up buffalo chicken dip. And if you'll eat it with some vegetables, it's a crazy thought.
Yes.
But you can eat it, some people do like it with celery,
Mhm.
and you can enjoy that. And some people, I've got people that'll just eat that like almost like a little casserole.
Oh, yeah.
So that's a good option.
Look at these
So
cute
good.
little napkins. They say, who won the commercial bowl? Because that's
That
really,
you'll know. You won't know who's in this.
that's really the only reason why you watch the Super Bowl is for the commercials.
Shoot, girls.
Right?
Yeah.
Did you burn it?
Yeah, heck yeah, I do.
All right.
It happens.
So
when
this
you're
is
talking.
like Lee's cooking. She burns things.
Okay, see, those are gonna be like crispy, nasty.
Well,
No,
Yeah,
this
you-
one looks fine.
some people
No, you
like
can't.
this
Now
one
that
looks
one
fine
does
right
look
there.
fine. So
Let's get that one.
what I would do if I hadn't overcooked them. Oh dear.
Here, what
I
about
have
this?
Your offset spatula,
Well, I have a little. Where is it? Oh,
normally
There
in
we
the
go.
drawer.
I know, but we have it covered a little bit. So
Yeah, that
I
was
love
so good.
that.
gonna taste this
Just you
plain.
can have that just
Ooh,
with
it's hot.
salsa.
Yeah.
I love
But if you
salsa.
haven't cooked this too hard, you can take it out and you can sprinkle just a little bit of cheese on it
Oh, it's hot.
to melt a little more cheese, and then put salsa on it and a little bit of sour cream. And I use the Greek yogurt. There's my salsa. I use the Greek yogurt sour cream and just do, and so, but I just make one at a time.
Yeah.
You also, and it makes it last a little bit longer when you're preparing one at a time and not your whole plate.
Right.
You can also have your chicken with taco seasoning on it.
Yum.
And you literally can take the chicken that I've baked in the oven. I can just shred some of that up, put some taco seasoning on it, heat that, and then I would put that on here and add my salsa and and I could put avocado or a little bit of sour cream. And so that's a good, healthy option.
Okay.
You
Just don't
can-
burn 'em.
Yeah, just don't burn them.
I really can't believe how good
But
this
yeah,
is.
makes
it
me
tastes
mad,
delicious.
Yes.
Well, they could be. They normally are really good,
Yeah.
but well, they're just fragile. Like
Yeah.
you have to learn how to handle them, and you really need to set a timer when you're putting them in the air fryer.
Yes.
And don't get carried away with your friends, or they'll be crispy,
Yeah.
and those are nasty.
Aren't they?
I could eat that.
I could eat
totally
that.
eat that.
Yeah.
I so couldn't because it's hard and gross.
Hey, toss me one.
Toss you one.
Oh, the audience is requesting.
Children, don't do this at home. It's not safe, and you might get in trouble.
Oh,
catch
she
it.
dropped it.
Look, it floats
And you
like.
play ball?
Hold on, what is this? The 2-second rule? The 2-second
Whoa,
rule.
that was the
Can you
fastest
catch it,
ball.
Callie? Let's see if it'll do like a frisbee. No, it doesn't.
No.
It
I
got
will.
destroyed.
Stick to
Y'all
cooking.
kids, the dogs
Yeah,
are very
well,
happy now. The dogs are very
we
happy.
just made the
Yeah.
dogs happy. So,
They're running around.
Okay, and I want to try this little thing that you made, Tamara.
Yeah, try
Me
that.
too.
Try that.
Let's try it.
That's, world famous
it's
now.
oh, good. Welcome to the club, girl. You can
I
stay.
didn't Sorry about that.
You can be on next
You
time.
just slid that avocado. That was pretty.
Was
you
that
kept
on
the shrimp
purpose because
on.
you don't
No.
like that avocado?
No.
I think she
It's
planned
good.
it.
So too, yeah. Do you like it? Yeah. Yeah. Can we throw you one?
I want to try that.
Now,
Oh, she wants to try the pizza. Okay.
I will say, out of everything we've tasted,
Uh-huh.
that tastes the healthiest.
This does. Well, it's because it's a
It's because
cucumber.
of the cucumber.
Yeah.
It's because it's
Cucumber.
not as flavorful. as the
Jenny,
rest.
you'll love
It's
this.
so easy.
This is delicious.
Yeah.
I love that.
Good.
I like all that better. No offense.
And
Well, everybody likes cheesy
need
stuff
to have-
when you're trying to.
I like more fat.
the
and
point is,
tasty
you want to
stuff.
have the foods that you would normally have at a Super Bowl party, but you want to have them in a healthier way.
Yeah.
And that's really, if you want to make a lifestyle change like Kimberly's made, you really, that's the key, or else it's not sustainable.
Right.
Right.
You do have to figure out what are going to be swaps. And so that's what I did. What was I willing, because I did get rid of inflammation. I got rid of migraines. And so there were some things that were non-negotiable. I just wasn't going to go back.
Right.
Because they don't even taste good anymore because my taste buds have so much changed.
Well, speaking of taste buds,
I like what you did there.
but this is all so good, you don't have a need to go elsewhere. That's
You
why
don't-
I'm really shocked at how good this is.
Yeah, you don't
Really.
feel like you're depriving
Right.
yourself.
Well, I had to figure out something because I like to cook. We live out in the country. We don't just run by fast food. It's not convenient for us.
Right.
So I had to figure out something that my family would eat. And so, because for a while they cooked something, I cooked something for them, and then I cooked something for me. I'm not going to do that. That's not sustainable
No.
either.
No.
And so it was like, what could we do to, and then you've got to figure out when you get together at events like this, well, what can you take? So
Right.
I just love to be able to show people it still can be really tasty and it can feel a little bit like a cheat, but it's not. It's great for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
It's awesome.
So then you can eat this whole thing. and
that
not
is,
feel
in the,
guilty.
yeah, that's a whole meal
Yeah.
for you. So.
Awesome.
Well, thank you so
Thank
much.
you so
for
much.
having us.
I'm so
It's
glad
so
y'all
fun.
came
What are you
out.
doing tomorrow night?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
What are you baking tomorrow night?
I don't know.
Yes. All right. Well, you can see all of our videos, other videos. Tell everybody about your.
At Kimberly's Game Plan. So I have videos on, I've got a YouTube channel and I have it on Facebook.
Kimberly's Game Plan. And then we're at KY Taste Buds. We have a website, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter,
A radio
Instagram,
show.
and a radio show on KISS 96.9.
You should tune into their radio
Yeah,
show.
every
It's
Saturday
enjoyable.
from 10 to 2. So thank you so much for having
You're
us
very
out.
welcome.
Love you
I'm
so
gonna
much.
pop in too to tell you, if you go to Kimberly'sGamePlan.com. There's a variety of things on there, from the videos to recipes to
Oh, good.
motivational things. So
Great.
do that too. Thank
Great
you all for
resource.
coming out. This
Love
was
you,
so
Kimberly. It's so
fun.
awesome.
And
Do
go
we
Chiefs.
know who's playing?
I say go
that's
Chiefs
Yes.
because I can remember.
Yes.
Okay.
Go Chiefs. Yeah.
I don't even. Yeah, and 49ers in case some of y'all like them. But
No. All right. See y'all.
bye. Thanks.